Hello, Mixtresses and Mixters. This is Mixtress Ray. You're watching Mixtress video. So, happy full moon in Libra. As I record this, we are on the full moon. We will, of course, be in the full moon's energy for a few days because, you know, that's how that shit works. We are going to do... This is going to be, well, I mean, we'll see. The cards always... You know, they'll do what they do. But what I think this reading is going to be, ignore what I'm saying right now if the title of this video is something entirely different than what I'm saying right now. But what I'm thinking this reading is going to be is an invocation of serenity, calm, peace. I am doing a nice washed pick-a-pile reading today. So I chose all decks that for the most part have like really sweet, positive, earthy energy. The tarot decks are all animal-based tarot decks, and animals have no malice. Animal-based tarot decks. I'm choosing, yeah. So the idea is we're going to have a great, wonderful, positive. This is more of an invocation than a reading. It's more of a ritual, invocation, enchantment than a reading. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? So your choices are Pile 1, Animal Wise Tarot. And I am going to read your Kali cards too that are on top. So of course you can pick based on imagery, but I'm going to read the message on the back before I go into the piles as well. So we've got Pile 1 with Animal Wise Tarot. And Blue Terra is this card on top. Pile 2 is Tarot of the Magical Forest and Kama of Kali. And then pile 3 is Oak, Ash, and Thorn and Bhuvaneshvari. Okay. And I picked these intentionally because they are very beautiful. They are very positive, sweet messages. So I'm going to read them now. Or let's light the candle first. Let's do, I don't often do this, but I'm going to pick a perfume from this little satchel to anoint our candle. Because it is a new candle. I just put it in there last night. I haven't lit it yet. Okay. I think it's this one. Baba Yaga is our scent. Twigs and moss. So we're going for like, yeah, we're going for earthy energy, nature, like everything's coming up natural lately. As far as like what is needed. So yeah, this is going to be a spell. We're doing a spell today. We're doing a full moon ritual right now. So speak into this candle your invocations for spring, for this full moon in Libra, however you want to do it. Okay. And this is a very, it is a flowery, if I remember correctly, that this scent also has like kind of like a hay note to it. Okay, now I'm going to read your Kali cards in case you haven't chosen a pile yet and you'd like to choose based on the words on the back of these cards. Blue Terra. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Terra looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. That's pile 1. Pile 2 is Kama of Kali. You are being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment, intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through the softening and opening of your heart, it's a little wordy, is an act of worshiping the Divine Feminine. Let yourself receive her loving gifts. So this is about, I simply do not dream of labor. This is about the path of, the hedonistic path, the path of pleasure. And it's okay to want that. Pile 3, Bhuvaneshwari. She's the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting to us the most supportive and honoring circumstances. Okay. Let's start with pile 1. Of course. Now comes the portion of the video where I decide where to put these things. I should like install a shelf on my wall or something where I can, that I keep empty just to set things down during these readings. Okay, so pile 1 with blue Terra. Again, I'm going to read. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As blue Terra looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. So we're going for like beautiful messages here today. Okay, let's get your tarot cards. Some resistance happening. These two. Yeah, that one too. Okay, I mean, that might be it, actually, since that is what we've got room for here. So, we'll start with that. And I'm going to be pulling an animal apothecary card. Feeling like there's something that needs to be cleared from your life. Like something sort of annoying. Like a little bug. Because I keep like focusing on silly little things in the environment, which, I mean, to be fair, I always do that. But like, you know, little pieces of grit, it's like, and animal-wise, just now was very hard to shuffle. And I think I know why, because there's a blank card in that deck. that I have collaged my own image onto. Normally I don't have a problem shuffling that deck, but I was like scratching on that card. So it was like, it's like the edges of your life are kind of curled up and you want to pick at the corners. It's like when you're peeling the label off of something, this sort of like distracted, nervous energy. I'm feeling that distracted, nervous energy in your life right now, pile one. So I'm just going to kind of put these aside and arrange them when we're done. Yeah, it's like frayed edges, getting snagged. Yeah, I'm just getting that. This is kind of new for me, like since I've been doing these pick a pile readings more often, I'm starting to get these little like, and it's probably I already always had these like little visual images, I just didn't know to pay attention to them, you know? But anyway, I'm getting that. Little frayed edges, little like picking little bugs out of things, picking off little bits of dirt. It's just like, it's almost like perfectionism. Like you are trying to, like you're always focused on that one little thing that's off is distracting you from the whole. Hey, I've been there, man. It's also, if you happen to be neurodivergent, one of the things about being neurodivergent, autistic in particular, okay, there you go, dandelion transformation, is that like when you look at something, when you look at a scene, you will see each piece individually. You don't necessarily like see the whole scene and synthesize it together when you walk into a room. You will focus on each element within the room individually. You will process them separately. Whereas neurotypical, allistic, non-autistic people will see, I mean, they'll probably be processing it similarly, but they're just processing it quicker, right? They're probably actually seeing all the little individual pieces, but then their brain knits it together faster and more efficiently than autistic people. So they might not be as detail-oriented as autistic people, but that's because they're not hyper-focused on the details, which is also why they're not overstimulated as easily in a sensory environment. Okay, let's see. We're doing feathered almonds today. Yep, that one. Okay. I might actually just put this down here and put this here and this here. These cards are like, I feel like I'm a little wonky today, but also I'm not going to obsess about the details because I'm currently encouraging you to not obsess about the details before we even flip any of these cards over. So, trying not to fixate. Okay. So we have 5 of Shapeshifters, 5 of Cups, Working Old Ground, and Earthworm. We have Queen of Four-Leggeds, which is Queen of Pentacles, Lynx, Hidden Knowledge and Creativity, Seven of Four-Leggeds, 7 of Pentacles, Rabbit, Proper Use of Cycles and Rhythms, and High Priestess, Spider, Intuition and Weaving of Fate. Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, High Priestess. Dandelion, Transformation. Metamorphosis. So here we have a caterpillar and then a butterfly. These like lines of transformation here, which do show up kind of throughout the deck. They're even on the back of the cards, and they usually mean an ascension from one thing to another. Enchanted Blossoms, we have Tranquility with Stonecrop. This plant back in the background, which is very obscured by the butterfly, which is an Apollo butterfly. Wren is your bird. Be bold and resourceful. And then Yogic Path, we have Pratyahara, Senses. I would also encourage you to look up, if you're interested, look up this word to see what this concept is about, because I probably won't be doing that right now. Okay, let's try to synthesize all this information here, because I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is synthesizing the information with you, because I think that is your particular issue. So I'm kind of tuning into that. I mean, it's my issue all the time, so I might be projecting a little bit. But so there's a lot of grief and sadness, and you're in a readjustment period. You're learning how to make proper use of your cycles and rhythms, right? And I think you're ignoring your intuition in a way that I wish you wouldn't. I'm gonna move the tripod a little bit, rather than straighten all the cards that look very not straight. See, I'm being distracted just constantly. Again, not unusual for me, but I also think it's amplified because of, it's like you're trying to control a very, very tiny piece of your environment. It's like your brain is honing in on these little things that you can control, when your entire reality needs kind of an overhaul. Trust your intuition. Don't ignore it, because, you know, obviously we have a lot of transformation energy here. Transformation, metamorphosis, be bold and resourceful. Working old ground, proper use of cycles and rhythms. Hidden knowledge, which also kind of goes back to the High Priestess, right? You're gonna have to figure out what works for you in this reality. But your transformation does not have to be tumultuous. And what I see here, I don't know what the concept of Pratyahara is, other than the keyword that I added to this deck, which is senses. But I'm seeing this as a person that is meditating in their environment, and they are feeling everything that's available for them to feel in this environment, but it is also a very sparse and tranquil environment, right? So I'm not asking you to submerge yourself in your senses whenever your senses are overwhelming you. I'm asking you to intentionally go to a space that is under-stimulating and explore feeling all of your senses in that space. Because in that silence, it's almost like I'm asking you to reconnect to your senses in a space where you don't need your senses as much, if that makes sense. Like going to a very quiet space outside that is almost silent in order to refocus on feeling things again. As I almost get this like feeling that you are currently like sort of waking up from an emotional coma and you're sort of hungover from it. And you may even be re-emerging from your metamorphosis. It may be that you've already had your transformation and metamorphosis, and you're like waking up and realizing you're different now. You're different now after this like grief period, after this reassessment of your life. You wake up and you're the Queen of Pentacles, but you don't know how to handle that. Seek tranquility. Because if the transformation hasn't already taken place, peace and tranquility is the path for the transformation to finish. You know, like you've already been through the tumultuous shit. Like, let's go back to this blue tarot card. Chaos will give way to a higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure. I think one of the other piles was the one that I was thinking of with this, but I think that just the general feeling of today's reading for all three piles is, you know, the hard shit is mostly behind us. The way is clearing for tranquility, metamorphosis, transformation. The way is clearing for a more peaceful transformation. Okay, I am going to look up because I just can't stop looking at that Pratyahara card. I want to know just like general definition of the term. Definition from Yogapedia. Sure, why not? Yogapedia. Pratyahara is a Sanskrit term generally translated as withdrawal of the senses. Okay. It is the fifth limb of Patanjali's eightfold path of yoga, believed to be a vital preliminary step before the more advanced practices of dharana, concentration, and dhyana, meditation. Yeah, so this is like, I want you to withdraw from your senses. I need to like write that on this card. Anyway, I'm getting distracted because I am getting to know this deck again after not having it for a while. Okay. So yes, so I did, like, just looking at the imagery, I was able to, like, kind of put it together that this is a withdrawal of senses. So good job, Danielle Noel, making an image to fit this concept, because I think it came through even though I didn't know what it was, you know? Go to where there's less. Spend as much time in nature as you possibly can when you can. Because nature is simple. Nature is simple and supportive. And your transformation and metamorphosis will take place in a much more tranquil fashion. It doesn't have to hurt to transform. It doesn't have to hurt to shapeshift. Sometimes it does. But it doesn't have to. Your transformation doesn't have to hurt. That's the main takeaway for your pile today. Okay, that's pile 1. Pile 2 is this Kama of Kali. You are being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Okay, so this is kind of going back to, if you were around for pile 1, this is kind of the thing that was in my head that I couldn't verbalize. Connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through the softening of oh my god, that sentence is too much. Like, the idea of this is the path of pleasure doesn't have to be, you know, in our society, like, we act like in order to be a good person, you have to be selfless. You have to be, like, doing things for others and, not paying attention to yourself when that's just not the case. It is important to enjoy your life. The path of pleasure and a hedonistic path is not an evil path. Seek pleasure in your life. Okay, let's pull your tarot. Okay, well, there's a card. That's happening. Look at that, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. So, yeah, we're talking about the path of pleasure, and that makes sense for 10 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Yeah, so we're talking like romance. The romance of life. Oh my god, with the cards. Okay. I don't think that we're taking all of these. I don't know, let's see. But the way that they flew out was so fun. I think I am going to pick one. Be that one. And we'll start with, I feel like putting this card in the center with this deck, this reading. Hibiscus. It just popped into my head. And I think I'm going to spray my purple hibiscus. This is like an essence water mixed with a perfume. A perfume that doesn't have hibiscus in it, by the way, but I'm just going to spray it around the space. So if you have a connection to hibiscus as a flower, get into it. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Chamomile, calming. I mean, that's kind of just our general vibe for today, is like being very calm and serene and achieving our goals without a sense of urgency. We're not about the sense of urgency right now. There's like a distracted anxiety that I'm feeling here. You might be having some insomnia lately. So, this is just sort of like general advice that I would give anybody that I knew was going through a bout of sleeplessness. So if this is you, work on your sleep rituals. You know, create a ritual surrounding sleep. One thing that's just like, that I have found to be true, I've heard it from like, you know, people that know what they're talking about. And at first I was like, what? No. But they are generally right. Reading in bed is not always a great thing to do. I mean, definitely don't take your phone with you into the bedroom. Which I know, like, most people are going to be like, but it's my alarm clock. Buy a $10 alarm clock. I'm telling you. Don't have your phone within reach while you're in bed. It's too big of a temptation to look at it and disturb your sleep further. So I'd say that, first of all, do not take your phone with you into the bedroom, if at all possible. It's this one. What else? Reading in bed. I mean, like, if you're reading for like, you know, a few minutes before bed, that's fine. But if you're reading something that's really exciting and it draws you in for long, if you're spending a lot of time in bed, not sleeping, it can disturb your sleep. Also, just like general shit, like, you know, cutting out caffeine at a certain time. It just depends. Like, how susceptible are you to caffeine? Like, some people can drink it right up until their head hits the pillow and they're fine. But other people, it affects them a little bit more. I had a real bad night this week too. So, and it's hard for me in the spring in particular. Okay. Let us flip. We have Ace of Swords. That's the one that was just like dying to come out. Oh my God. Our little chickie. Our little peep. Keeps falling over. Oh my God, that's not the right spot for it. Hello. Okay. So we have Ace of Swords. So there's like an epiphany, an idea. Something is trying to break through, but it's like you're too stressed and distracted to see the idea that's trying to break through. Two of Pentacles. Strength. And again, we have Knight of Cups and 10 of Cups. Again, I'm getting this feeling that, like, it's like you've already gone through the thing that you need to go through, but now it's time to acknowledge that you're there. Or time to view your life with a different perspective. It's like you're viewing it from an old perspective that doesn't necessarily apply to your actual circumstances anymore. We have Finch. Activity increases. Affection with Rose, and the type of butterfly this is Riverdin's Blue. So of course, anytime you see roses, you know, you've got love, affection, but also like secrets. Here we have Pitta, strong-willed, and I've written on here Ace of Wands. Again, this was years ago that I added these keywords to this deck, so why am I using a deck that I don't fully understand in pick-a-pout readings? I don't know, because this is how I learn shit. Small steps, big accomplishments with sea turtle and land turtle. Okay, so we've got calming, big accomplishments, being strong-willed, and the strength card. Affection, also the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups kind of go with this affection moment too. and activity increases, which I feel like relates to the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. What I kind of want to know, because I'm particularly seeing the Ace of Swords here for you guys. Oh, and it's so cool that we have, like, this is kind of an ace card too. It's almost like we have 3 aces, because we have this that is, you know, you were being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. And then we have Ace of Swords. And then we have this one that I've labeled Ace of Wands for some reason. Some unknown reason of my past self. I think I just decided that Pitta was an energy force that represented fire in a very pure way. So I want to see, what is this Ace of Swords idea? Yeah, I mean, I think this is just backing up what I just said, with it being like you are ignoring a new perspective on your life, when you could be seeing it as it really is, instead of seeing it within the limited viewpoint that you've been seeing it for a long time. There's just, and this happens to all of us, right? You know, we go through traumas at younger ages, and then at older ages, we're still living as if we are that traumatized thing, when maybe we've actually gone through the storm. Maybe we actually are. You know, and that's another thing about the Knight of Cups, is the Knight of Cups, represented by this little bunny holding the cup here. This little bunny is trying to offer you love. This little bunny's trying to offer you love. And it's a fulfilled, happy love. The chamomile's trying to calm you the fuck down. Yeah, there's just an old mindset that you're stuck in right now. There's an old mindset that you're stuck in. And if you can change your perspective and view your life in a slightly different way, you'll realize you're further on your path than you thought. Also, I want to read about your finch. Okay, the first thing that jumped out is like the third paragraph. Do not worry if you cannot handle all of the activity. Just do what you can. Opportunities will not be lost. If you cannot get to them this time, they will come back around. Try to take on as many as you can, though, otherwise you're sending a message to the universe that what you are asking for is not what you want, and the flow will stop. The finch is one of the most abundant types of birds, with over 300 kinds worldwide. They are birds that bustle with activity. Its appearance now heralds a time of great activity in business. All activity around you is going to be amplified. It may seem as if you are being overloaded with activity and opportunity, but you will be able to handle it all. Accept all opportunities for new activity and new experiences right now. You've been waiting for things to get moving for some time, and Finch's appearance is a sign that your wishes are being answered. The gates are open and the new waters are pouring through. So this, again, is kind of like referring back to all this ace energy that I'm seeing. Like all of these opportunities, all of these gifts from the divine, you know, are being offered to you right now. It's love, it's pleasure, it's new perspectives, secrets being revealed, opportunities for like goals and accomplishments. Stay calm. And, you know, also I see the Two of Pentacles as a card of like, only do 2 things on your to-do list. Do however many things on your to-do list that you can handle at a time. However many things you can juggle in the air. Decide how much you can handle, and handle what you can handle. Each moment as it comes, handle what you can handle. My little bird here just will not hang out. Maybe if I put him over here where I won't be bumping him all the time. There. Much better. Okay. So yeah, really I just see you're being offered all kinds of shit right now. You're being offered love. You're being offered new paths, new perspectives. Take on what you can. Let the universe know that you want to receive what you are receiving. Be appreciative of what you're receiving right now. That is pile 2. Pile 3. Let me read your Kali card here, Bhuvaneshwari. She is the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting to us the most supportive and honoring circumstances. What do we need to know about this full moon in Libra for pile 3? Okay, this one, this one, this one. May be able to get one more. Here we go. Okay. Now let's get your Animal Apothecary card. For full moon in Libra, calming, tranquility, serenity. We're looking for positive, happy messages about the way forward. Get a Magic and Medicine of Plants card. Dyspraxia is extra today, man. I'm just like, no fine motor skills at all whatsoever for me today. There we go. Blossoms. It's like literally just strained something in my hand shuffling this. Oh my god. It's been a week. It's been a week, guys. It has been a week. A Feathered Omens card. This one. Okay. Put this here. Okay. scooch a little bit. Start flipping your tarot. We have the Devil. A couple of foxes and a moth. Three of Pentacles. Some little bunnies. Seven of Pentacles. Same as pile one. They got Seven of Pentacles too. The Empress. Lots of bunnies. Lots of bunnies. And Ace of Swords, just like pile two. So what do you need to change your perspective on? Something that is not good for you needs to be reassessed, needs to be like grounded in nature. Hawk, guardianship and vision strong. Tranquility. This was the exact card we got on pile one. So definitely some of y'all from the other two piles are still watching. But also just reminds me, yeah, this is a similar vibe. So if you didn't pick the other two piles, we've got a similar vibe for everybody today, which is like, you know, as I've said many times during this reading, serenity, tranquility, calm. We are looking to, you know, and see the big picture too, because the hawk has extremely strong vision and can see, can get really high up and see the big picture. The big picture is what matters right now. Not, you know, not all the little annoying things from the day to day. You know, the overall trajectory of your life is going forward confidently. It's progressing in the way that it's supposed to, you know? And then we have Ojos, well-being. And we have like this gorgeous like world tree happening with water in the background. Yeah, that sense of just like wholeness and tranquility and well-being. And then we have Blackwort with unity. Unity, tranquility, well-being. And then, oh, I love this little piggy. Self-love, self-worth, self-respect, self-value. You will be, and I'm getting like this sort of like idea of wholeness, you know, like well-being, the world card. Even though you didn't get that, but I'm thinking of the concept of the world card. And I'm kind of like focusing on all this like circular energy. Like we have this kind of circle of pentacles, like this little bunny in the Seven of Pentacles is, you know, sleeping with the zucchini, like in Gilmore Girls. This is, you know, taking a little nap and allowing things to fall into place. I think for you, it's about, I don't really see actions that you need to take right now. I mean, overall, probably there are actions to take in your life. But I see sort of like, I'm particularly drawn to this hawk and like the idea of like taking a step back from your life. And that's kind of the Seven of Pentacles too, just as a concept in general. Like taking a step back to get the big picture, you know, like take a nap. Like if you've been obsessing about something, you need to take a step back from it. You need to take a break from that particular obsession to let everything fall into place so that you can see what you really need to get out of the situation. You know what I mean? find an inner peace. Yeah, I'm just seeing like a take a break sort of moment here. And this well-being card is a very still space. I mean, there is flowing water. And there's a person, I've never even noticed that, but there's like a person swimming right here. So this person is, yeah, I would just encourage you to sort of like be alone with yourself. Recognize the wholeness of yourself. Recognize your own inner empress. Find a unity and a wholeness within. You don't need anything outside yourself. Despite, you know, like it's great to have people that you work well with. But these are ride or die bitches right here. These are people that know you and accept you for who you are. And I'm just getting like this integration of self, this wholeness within self, this acceptance of your whole being, acceptance of everything that you are. So with all of this, the outlier of the cards to me is the devil. I want to know why the devil's here. So let's get a clarifying card for that. Like, why is the devil here? Is it like a warning? Is it you need to accept an aspect of yourself that you might have previously viewed as a devil? Maybe they're not actually a devil. Ten of Cups. My God, look at that baby fucking squirrel. Is that precious or is that precious? Oh, this deck is so cute. I would say someone in your community, or many someones, and this could be an online space, or it could be, you know, a workplace environment. You know, definitely by this Three of Pentacles, we could be looking at a workplace environment. Someone in a chosen family, you know, like school mates, workmates, online community, even just your actual family, but I'm thinking more like, you know, your partner, your children, the family that you have created. So you have a hand in the creation of this particular community, and there's something poisonous within it. There's somebody that is kind of like an enabler, is almost what I'm saying. Again, it's just basically the vibe that I'm getting is there's somebody that is like dismissive of others' feelings intentionally, somebody that is fiercely protecting their own addictions and lashing out at others. So maybe there's a community that you need to distance yourself from. Because in order to feel that inner peace and well-being and unity of self and tranquility and all of that self-love and respect and value and worth, in order to feel that, in order to be as gorgeous and contented as this little piglet atop his stack of coins, in order to feel this, like self-actualized piglet, you're going to need to distance yourself from a poisonous community. Or if there's one person fucking up the works, maybe they need to get kicked out of a group or something, you know? And that could be possible with the Seven of Pentacles energy. because we want to come from a grounded Empress space of well-being, harmonization with nature, and that might be also why this Ace of Swords is here. You might need to like reveal a truth, provide some clarity to somebody needs a come to Jesus moment, perhaps, in your friend group or your online community space or whatever. Because we're talking about the whole here. I just keep getting this like the well-being, the hawk taking a step back from everything with the Seven of Pentacles and looking at the big picture. When you take a step back and look at the big picture, what is fucking up your peace and well-being and self-worth? And if it's a space where you can't kick out the people that are poisonous, maybe you need to remove yourself from the environment that's poisonous, is what I'm seeing. Anyway, I think that's it for pile 3. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.